I'm going to call out AMC for a second. The fact that this movie only showed at like noon on a Monday, and I had to drag my big ass out of bed and go see this, I consider a personal freaking insult. How bad is this movie? The title isn't even accurate. Gracie and Pedro are not pets to the rescue. They're not the one doing the rescuing. They need to be rescued. In case you haven't noticed, this video is not for children. If you are a children, then piss off. Hi everyone. With that said, do the thing.
Shut your fucking mouth! Shut the fuck up, you cunt! Shut it!
Thank you, Tom Hardy. Hi everyone. Tom Hardy in the terrific motion picture Bronson. Hi everyone. It's me, Grant, the movie and TV guy. Welcome to Raising on Popcorn with Grant, everybody. And today we are talking about a movie. Movies and TV, that's what we do here. Wow, indeed. Movies and TV, that's what we do here. And that movie is... it's the Angry Grant Show, everybody. Gracie and Pedro, Pets to the Rescue. I can't believe I'm reviewing... I am a 30-year-old man reviewing this piece of garbage. I do it for you. I want you all to know that. I truly do that for you. Oh, wow, yes, wow. Hi, how are you, Breeboo? How you doing? Welcome. I wish we met under better circumstances. The next video, I promise. The next video is we'll be talking about a much better movie. But anyway, in the meantime, Gracie and Pedro, Pets to the Rescue, or as I like to call it, Gracie and Pedro, annoying cat and annoying dog, kind of go on an adventure, but it's really about their obnoxious human who tries to take down an airline. Yes, that is kind of what this movie is about. Is directed by, who directed this piece of crap? Kevin Donovan and Gottfried Root. I hope I'm saying that correctly. These aren't credits, y'all. These are indictments. Gracie and Pedro, Pets to the Rescue. The plot is a dog and a cat who don't get along. The family's moving from California to Salt Lake City, Utah. Yeah, this movie's the worst thing to happen in Salt Lake City since I was there last. Heyo. What did Salt Lake City ever do to you, movie? Perfectly nice place. Full of wonderful, wonderful Mormon people. Anyway, but this movie, they're going on a flight, and somebody in their family has the bright idea to shove these two animals, this cannot be humane, shove these two animals in a small cramped crate together. Not separate crates, one crate. These two animals, which, yeah, that would totally be allowed on an airline. But let's whatever. Whatever. This is cartoon land, it's a movie, whatever. Stretch your disbelief. Then they lose the kennel. So they're separated from their parents, far away from home, separated from their family rather, far away from home. Sure, go ahead. What's up? Far away from home, and separated from their family, and are trying to get back. Meanwhile, the obnoxious little girl of the family creates a song that inexplicably goes viral immediately to try to bring down. What's this video about? It's a review / rant. That's what this video is about. It's you may have noticed that the title takes up a lot of the thumbnail. That's because the title is ridiculously long. But yeah, so the movie is they're on this adventure. This girl's obnoxious girl writes a song that inexplicably goes viral and leads to actual death threats of. I appreciate it, Breeboo. I appreciate your question. Thank you very much. So it's they go on this adventure. The young woman, little girl, who's really obnoxious and thinks she can sing and she can't, writes this song talking about trashing this airline. Then immediately, death threats and attacks are sent to this place, and it is, which mind you, they done messed up and lost their pets, whatever. Okay, thanks for coming. Okay, thank you, truly, thank you for coming. It's truly like, okay, so they go on this. She goes on this whole smear campaign against this airline, and it leads to death threats. And yeah, they messed up, but like, we shouldn't be sending the mobs out for people. Come on now. But is that portrayed as a negative? No. Their parents say they're so proud of them. Talk about morally reprehensible. If that were that's weirdly enough the least of this movie's problems. Okay. Otherwise, fuck the plot. Listen. Gracie and Pedro Pets to the Rescue is not only one of the worst films of the year. It's not the worst. It's only one of them, because we've sadly sat through the likes of Are You Racist? Am I Racist? And Vindicating Trump outside of this. Neo-Nazi propaganda. But not only is it the worst animated film of the year, with some heavy competition, there's been some real turds this year. It is the worst. One of if not the worst animated films I've ever seen. Gracie and Pedro Pets to the Rescue is ugly to look at. Like, this movie, the fact that this movie is in theaters is insane to me. This movie, at best, and this is the very best, not even really worthy of it, deserves to go straight to not only DVD, but to the $2 DVD rack at your local 7-Eleven. It's that kind of bad movie. It's the kind of thing that you buy when you're a stressed out parent who just needs to throw something on for the kids. It's teaching them horrible lessons. The animation is ugly. The humor is terrible. The closest thing you have to a moderately smirk-worthy joke, and it's not even very funny, is Brooke Shields shows up at one point as a horse. And there's the cat, Pedro, is like holding on to the back tail of this horse. And she says something, I'm probably not saying this correctly, but she says something to the extent of, I haven't had a man hang on to me this hard and not let go since my ex-husband. Okay, kind of a half smirk on that one. Everything else, not funny. The characters are shrill and irritating. It's one of those movies. Oh, it is absolutely a Tubi movie. Oh, no. Bitsy Super Kitty, you're absolutely right. This totally, in fact, if that is not the home of the 7-Eleven, if that's not the streaming service for the 7-Eleven DVD rack, I don't know what is. Mind you, Tubi has some gems buried in the rough, like Lowlifes, which is really, really good. We haven't reviewed it on this channel because I kind of half-watched it. I didn't feel like it was enough to do a review, but that was actually kind of a fun flick. But yeah, overall, generally the movies on Tubi are where, bad movies go to die a slow death. Yeah. And this should have been one of them. Let's put it this way. Cool Cat Saves the Kids. The only streaming service that would take it is Tubi. That should tell you everything. So yeah, this movie is ugly animation. It looks really bad. I mean, animation that, like, it's not quite Gaither's Pond, but it's about as close as a theatrical animation could get to something like Gaither's Pond, where it's just really ugly. The eyes are dead. The characters, the animation is often broken. The backgrounds look, like they don't move, that they don't change. The whole thing is just very, very poorly put together. I was the only one in the theater. And that was the one thing, is that my sanity was kind of reserved by getting to kind of yell fuck you as loud as I could without, harming the innocent young minds around me, because there were no innocent young minds around me. I was by my lonesome. I am so glad I saw this at the theater that I frequent, where half the people there are friends of mine. Because by God, if I had to see this in Alton, I would have been... I would have gotten the same looks I got when I saw The Jungle Bunch. This would be one of those times where what the fuck are you doing? Is your 30-year-old ass doing seeing this? And I would be like, I don't know, it's for my channel. Jesus Christ. What can I say? This is what happens when I make a vow to see every movie that comes out. I have to see Gracie and Pedro Pets to the Rescue. And it's terrible. Oh god, guys, this is so terrible. It's not funny, it's ugly, kind of morally irresponsible, and it's just like, we've been spoiled this year, too. And that's the other thing. Animated films this year have been better this year than they maybe have in the last 3 years. Like, for kids and for adults, quite frankly. You've got Inside Out 2 out there. A lot of the movies are still in theaters. Like, Transformers 1 is still playing where I live. You know, The Wild Robot, which is one of the best films of the year, that's still very much doing well. Piece by Piece, which was very good. Like, you know, and even if you want to look more on the slightly young adult, you know, like older kid to young adult side, Look Back, which is even higher ranked on my best of list than The Wild Robot, and that's still playing in some cities. There's better options out there, and even if you want to like watch good family films from this year that aren't, you know, necessarily animated, you know, Fly Me to the Moon was pretty good. That's out there in the ether. Young Woman in the Sea was really good. You know, there are other options than this. Like, this is the kind of movie where if you have the option to take your kids to see The Wild Robot and you take them to this instead, I question your parenting. It's like that kind of like, you're skipping a good movie in favor of a shitty one just to keep your kids quiet. And that's, I don't buy that whole excuse. It's a kid's film, it doesn't need to try. No, because we've seen kids' movies be good, like other movies can be, when they actually have a story, when they have humor that's actually funny, when they have drama that's actually earned, when they have, you know, characters and a story with depth so that adults can get something out of it and the kids can love it too. That's a good family movie. This is not a good family movie. This is not even this isn't even sufficient as like a babysitter, little kids movie. It's just not. Like, you will find more insightful animation from your average episode of Paw Patrol than you will in this 90-minute experience. And unlike movies like this, Paw Patrol actually has something for the adults. Like the Paw Patrol movies and the few episodes I've seen with nieces and nephews or whatever are really good. And like, see, Bluey, you know, like all these different things. There's much better things to watch with your kids than this. There absolutely is. Just don't even bother. Don't even bother with this. Yeah, guys, this is getting the middle finger of kindness. I'm sorry. Gracie and Pedro Pets to the Rescue, you get another one of these. Yeah, you see it. 0 stars. Fuck this movie. I hated this film. And the reason my anger has subsided is because it's been over a day since I saw it, and later in the same day, I saw a much better movie that we will talk about right after this, and I got to see it kind of early, so we'll have kind of an early review for that. But anyway, yeah, Gracie and Pedro Pets to the Rescue, 0 stars, middle finger of kindness. Let's close the book on it. That's it. Trailer trash. Let's talk some trailer trash. Let's see what's coming up. Okay, Paddington in Peru. Talked about it. Looks great. Yeah, that's also not allowed. You can't show the trailer for what's probably going to be a good movie in front of it. Speaking of, Moana 2 looks good. Hit Pig, which also looks kind of cute. Dog Man, which I'm honestly looking forward to. Look, Captain Underpants was great. So, Autumn and the Black Jaguar, now we're talking. This is apparently a loose sequel, spiritual sequel to one of my favorite bad kids movies we reviewed on this channel a few years back, The Wolf and the Lion, which was this very odd French-Canadian kids film. And if you remember, that was for a while my longest single review, because I essentially broke down the movie from beginning to end. It was almost a half an hour. And we reviewed that one. So, yeah, that was delightful. I'm honestly kind of looking forward to this, because if it's half as batshit as The Wolf and the Lion was, it'll be a good time. Let's see. Lost on a Mountain in Maine. Lost on a Mountain in Maine. Produced by Sylvester Stallone. Adrian! You're not going to find her, Rock. She's too busy bombing with everybody else in Megalopolis. Yeah, it looks fine. I've seen this movie a million times before. Sonic the Hedgehog 3 looks good. And then, was there shawarma? Yes, there is a scene during the credits, and there's like cutesy little Oh, there's another song by that annoying kid. Also, nothing after though. All right, that is it. We will be back right after this for an early review, a slightly early review, unless you were at Sundance, which I'm guessing, if you have, you've already seen it. Yeah, neither did I. I think it was one of those trailers that isn't even online yet. I think that it was like, I think it was one of those trailers that it wasn't even online yet. The only person in the trailer I recognize is Felicity Smoke is from Arrow is in this. What? As like the adult who seemingly is sensible and then is like, oh, maybe you should domesticate this wild animal. It looks like the exact same movie, honestly, just with a different group of characters. I don't know. But yeah, that's it. We will be back right after this for an early review, a slightly early review of Your Monster, which is opening on Friday. We got to see it early last night thanks to AMC Screen Unseen, and it was delightful. So we'll talk about that right after this. Then tomorrow we will have a retro review of The Witch, which is back in theaters through the A24 IMAX Presents label. So we'll get to see that in IMAX, and we'll talk about it not Thursday, Friday, because it's going to be so late that I'm going to have to do all of these in one hit. So Friday we will have a barrage of reviews, including Venom: The Last Dance, Conclave, We Live in Time, and The Man You Don't Know, the latest piece of Trumpaganda. God help me. I heard Conclave is pretty good at least, and We Live in Time is pretty good. And then Saturday, I don't know if we're going to do a video on it. At the very least, we'll do something on Letterboxd for it, but I'm going to dismember the Alamo at the STL Alamo Draft House, so we will talk about somewhere what films we got. Sunday is Don't Move, the latest horror thriller on Netflix. Also next week, we will have reviews coming down the pike for The House From, a new documentary produced by Ryan Reynolds. Olivia Rodrigo, The Guts World Tour, which I didn't even know was coming out until literally this morning, as well as the horror thriller Time Cut, and the concert film Sabaton, the tour to end all tours. So that's coming up. And next week, I believe, is Here, and I think Hit Pig, among others. So that's coming up, and that'll all be next time. And until next time, I'm Grant, the movie and TV guy. I see it all, and I'm happy to share it with you. I love you all. I appreciate you all. I love you all, class dismissed. I love you 3000. Be kind to one another. If you like this video, give it a like if you want to. Give it a subscribe if you want to. Give it the bell. I don't know what it does. That's what you're supposed to do. Or so I've been told. Leave a comment. Even if it's, hey, Grant, I like waffles. It really helps out. If you want to find me elsewhere, reviews, lists, and other fun stuff, you can find me on all my social media. I'm on literally everything at either Raised on Popcorn with Grant or Raised on Popcorn. Take care of yourself. Take care of your mental health. It's incredibly important. And I want to know down below, what did you think of Gracie and Pedro, Pets to the Rescue? Did you like the movie? Did you hate the movie? Think my opinion's good? Think I'm full of shit? Comment below. Let me know. And until we meet again, we were all raised on popcorn. Make mine with extra butter. I'll catch you guys next time. Take care, everyone. Sorry about the dogs. Take care. Bye.